warm welcome to the Japan National Stadium in Tokyo, where the first major piece of silverware will be handed out this season in the Japanese domestic campaign. It is the final of the J.League YBC LEVAIN Cup between Kashiwa Reysol and Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Two teams who are looking to lift their first major trophy since they last won this competition. The Kashiwa Reysol, that was back in 2013, some 12 years ago. The Sanfrecce Hiroshima, a little more recent, in 2022. A season when they just fell short of winning both the major domestic cup competitions when they were upset by second-tier Sanfrecce Kofu in the Emperor's Cup final. It is a double that once again Sanfrecce Hiroshima are in the mix for. Their J1 title hopes have gone, but they do have an Emperor's Cup semi-final in a couple of weeks' time to look forward to against Vissel Kobe. Kashiwa Reysol, a team who are also chasing a double. They remain very much in the title race, just 1 point behind the leaders, Kashima Antlers, with 3 games to go. And what a boost it would be going into that title run-in if they could lift the LEVAIN Cup to boot. Well, what a fabulous atmosphere, a real sense of excitement. Kashiwa Reysol, who last season were struggling to remain in the Japanese top flight. They finished just 1 place and 3 points clear of relegation. But the appointment of the Spaniard Ricardo Rodriguez has certainly turned their fortunes back around. A club who were in their golden periods, champions in 2011, Emperor's Cup winners in 2012, and J.League Cup winners in 2013. Trophies in 3 successive seasons. Could they win 2 in the same campaign this time around? 7 points separate these two in the Japanese top flight, so Kashiwa Reysol, on paper at least, should start as favourites. And they are certainly the side who carry the form into this final, having won their last 3 games in all competitions since losing the first leg of this semi-final against Kawasaki Frontale. What a comeback they produced. They were 4-1 down at one stage in the second leg of the semi-final, only to turn it on its head, break Kawasaki Frontale hearts in the process, and make their place in the final 5-4 on aggregate. A rather more straightforward passage for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, a 4-1 aggregate semi-final win against Yokohama FC, and seen off Shonen Balmare in the quarter-finals. Sanfrecce Hiroshima seeded directly to the playoff rounds, whereas Kashiwa Reysol have had to play 9 games to reach the final, winning 8 of them. Their only loss, that 3-1 first leg defeat to Kawasaki Frontale in the semi-final first leg. It's the first time that these two clubs have met in a major final. They have met 4 times previously in the League Cup, both teams having won 2 and lost 2. But it's a first meeting in this competition for 11 years since the 2014 semi-final. They also met in the 2 legs of the quarter-final in the previous season in 2013. Kashiwa Reysol have played in 3 League Cup finals. They won on penalties against Kashima Antlers in 1999. They also beat the Rao Reds in 2011, but lost the 2020 final to FC Tokyo by 2-1 in their last appearance at this stage of the YBC Levain Cup. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, for their part, also playing their 4th League Cup final after losing in 2010 in an 8-goal thriller to Jubilo Iwata 5-3. They were beaten 3-2 by Gamba Osaka in 2014, but eventually got across the line to win their only Levain Cup so far in 2022, beating Cerezo 2-1 in their last final appearance. Well, Sanfrecce Hiroshima have an awful record in major cup finals. They've played in 9 since the professional era began in 1993. They have lost 8 of them. That win against Cerezo in this final in 2022, the only time they've won a major final in the professional era. Rodriguez there on the bench, looking to guide Kashiwa Reysol to a major trophy in his first season in charge. Kashiwa Reysol in the traditional yellow and black, Sanfrecce Hiroshima in the changed all-white. And the 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup final is underway at the Japan National Stadium. 3-0 last weekend by Yokohama F. Marinos Sanfrecce Hiroshima, but it was a much changed team. Mikhail Skibber taking the opportunity to rest some key players for this, with their title hopes now in tatters. Kashiwa Reysol not afforded such luxuries. They beat the other Yokohama club, Yokohama FC, last Saturday by 2-0. Sanfrecce Hiroshima on the front foot here almost immediately. Is Araki. Both teams going with a back 3 as they usually play for this final. Takafumi Mikuria is the referee in charge, the 41-year-old. It's his 3rd League Cup match this season, the 11th of his career. VAR in operation as well for the final. Here's Ryo Jaman. Stayed in play. Sumura having a key touch on it. Giving it on to Koizumi. Kashiwa Reysol on the front foot with Segura. Kitera ahead of him. Segura fires it across the box. And that's behind for a goal kick. It's a counter-attack for Kashiwa Reysol. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, having been on the front foot, haven't scored for 3 games since the semi-final second leg against Yokohama FC. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, the goals have really dried up for them. They've lost their last 2 games. Beaten, as I say, with a weakened team against Yokohama F. Marinos last weekend. They were also beaten in Korea by Ulsan in the AFC Champions League Elite. They've gone 10 games unbeaten, winning 6 of them until losing those last 2, so the form has generally been good. 1-4 on each 2 of their 6 League Cup games this season, having the last 3. I think they were jinxed in terms of cup finals. 6 Emperor's Cup finals and 2 League Cup finals. Kojima with the ball early on. And here's Koga. Get into the midfield for Nakagawa. Good pressing from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Harada, though, Possession for Kashiwa Reysol. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, though, immediately onto the front foot here. Here's Ryujaman, tries from distance. And it's straight at Ryusuke Kojima. Ryujaman, who hasn't been as prolific this season with Sanfrecce Hiroshima as he was in the last campaign with Jubilo Iwata. He was relegated with them last season despite scoring 19 goals in 32 J1 matches. He's managed just 4 in J1 this season, Ryujaman. His last goal was in the semi-final second leg 2-1 win against Yokohama FC. Battling for the ball there, but it's a free kick for Kashiwa Reysol. Ricardo Rodriguez making a couple of changes to his team. Tomoya Koyematsu comes in at left wing back in place of the Brazilian Diego, who is amongst the substitutes. Very useful player to have to bring on. Yusuke Segawa returning to partner Koizumi in behind Kakita, the centre forwards. Who's scored 5 goals in 7 appearances in the YBC Levain Cup this season. He's played through the centre. Kakita almost found a bit of space. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, though, getting back to close him down, and the flag was up anyway. Yeah, he was offside. Just moved a tad too soon. Kakita. Remember, there will be extra time and penalties if this isn't decided in the 90 minutes, which is a distinct possibility, given that both J1 meetings this season have ended in draws. It was 0-0 at the Sankyo Frontier Stadium in Kashiwa, and 1-1 at the Edion Peace Wing in Hiroshima. Ryujaman challenging for the header. Koizumi picking up the loose ball, though. Kakita with the touch off. Ryujaman looking for Kosuke Kinoshita in the centre. Tanaka. It's a good turn. There was half an opening there. It's been put behind for a corner. Who wants to get forward, the right wing back of Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Club who have been champions of Japan 8 times, 5 of them in the amateur era, 3 in the professional era, all coming between 2012 and 2015. Desperate to become champions again. Once more, the title challenge has fallen short. In swinging corner, it's almost a free header for Kinoshita, who rose well to get his head to it. And now Kashiwa Reysol looking for the counter here. Koizumi twisting and turning. And Sagawa offers so much quality in behind Yuki Kakita, the centre forwards. Yamatsu. Sagawa. Now Harada. And again by Koizumi. Looking to get on the loose ball. Sanfrecce Hiroshima starting the game with plenty of possession, but Kashiwa Reysol now enjoying the lion's share in the last couple of moments. Here's Koga. Sasaki trying to step in and take the ball away, but Harada has it, squares it dangerously into the centre. And Sanfrecce struggling to get it away, and then the header straight at Osako from Kakita. Well, that all came about because Sho Sasaki, the Sanfrecce Hiroshima captain, jumped in for the ball there and left a gaping hole in the Sanfrecce Hiroshima defence. It was well covered in the end by Shotani. And then Kakita unable to get any real power on the header. Here's Harada. It's a good spell this though for Kashiwa Reysol. Back with Keisuke Osuko. Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Those 2 draws with Kashiwa Reysol this season means they haven't lost to their opponents here today for 7 games. Sanfrecce Hiroshima have won the last 4 and drawn 3 against Kashiwa Reysol. You have to go back to May 2022. 2-1 win for Kashiwa Reysol. Meetings between these 2. Controlling that. That's going to be a throw for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Higashi. Higashi again. Sasaki once more jumping in. He seems very pumped for this, the Sanfrecce Hiroshima captain. Having a word with Sasaki as well. Sanfrecce Hiroshima for 10 years now since joining from Sanfrecce Kofu. His former club in that massive upset in the 2022 Emperor's Cup final. J.LEAGUE Cup win of 2022 remains his only trophy since joining Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Here's Harada. So close on so many occasions. Here's Kakita. Thought about the shot, held on to it instead. And then Nakano across to clear it away. Not the best of clearances though. Still have 3 in the penalty area. Naraki with the foot in and Shotani as well. And now Raojaman can counter for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. It's going to be a throw for them. Season they chased a treble, ended up with nothing under Mikhail Skimmer. This season they were chasing a treble. The title has gone, the 2 cup competitions remain. Into 2 cup finals in his first season in charge in 2022, winning 1 and losing 1. Season runners-up. 4 points behind Vissel Kobe as they retain their title. Daisuke Kojima. Nine points available and just 1 point between Kashiwa Reysol and Kashima Antlers, the top 2 in the title race. Pulled away from the rest. Sanfrecce Hiroshima trying to pick their way through here. Harada coming across. It's a foot in, and now here's Koizumi. Uematsu. To aim for in the penalty area. Sagawa. Fired at goal, straight at the goalkeeper, Osuko. Standing on top now, Kashiwa Reysol. Sagawa striking for goal. It's just his 3rd appearance in this competition this season. It's the 1 goal so far, a regular though in the league campaign. Sagawa. Return to Kashiwa Reysol this season from Kawasaki Frontale. Centre-back, in the middle of the back 3 for Kashiwa Reysol, the captain. Sasaki, the Sanfrecce captain, gets forward. Shuto Nakano prepares the long throw. There's plenty of distance on that as well. Araki was the closest to getting a touch on it. A touch of confusion there between Kojima and Toshima. Toshima taking matters into his own hands though and clearing it away. Isco slams it forwards. Kojiman's header on. Koga will see that back to the goalkeeper. Generally tight between these two in recent times, as I was saying, 2 draws this season, a 0-0 and a 1-1. Going long. It's the end of the season in store for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who will still have AFC Champions League elite games to play after the end of the J.League season. They have another cup final to play if they can overcome Vissel Kobe. Season's double winners in the Emperor's Cup semi-final. Camera. Higashi with the throw. Sasaki. Shotani. Araki. First team to have the ball, Mikhail Skiba, so won't be too happy with Kashiwa Reysol have dominated it in the last few moments. Quarter of an hour gone, 0-0. Not the goalkeeper overly tested as yet. Yamanuchi. See Kashiwa Reysol with 20% more of the ball than Sanfrecce Hiroshima in the opening quarter of an hour. To be expected though, although Mikhail Skiba likes his team to have the ball, Kashiwa Reysol, the team who arrive in the best form. Vicious effort from there and well off target. From Shotani. He scored once in the League Cup in his career in 30 appearances. For Kashiwa Reysol. For Al Ain for a while. United Arab Emirates did Shotani for 4 seasons before returning to Sanfrecce Hiroshima. 270 league appearances for the club, Shotani. It's going to be a free kick. Poor challenge from Tanaka. Knew immediately. It's just beaten by the skill and the body movement of Sachiro Toshima. Toshima to Harada. Under pressure from Sasaki. Sent long up towards Kakita. Hooked on by Higashi. Kashiwa Reysol throw, which Harada will take. For options, nobody really coming short for him though, so plays it through towards Kakita, the centre forwards. Here's Nakano. Tanaka. Reysol have had more of the ball, but neither side really dominating or setting the tempo of this contest so far. Tanaka. Now Kawabe. Through some work in those central areas. Hayo Kawabe, he never leaves less than 100% out there. Here he is again, Higashi. Towards Kinoshita. Good afternoon for Sanfrecce Hiroshima centre forward Kosuke Kinoshita, who began this season with Kashiwa Reysol before switching to Sanfrecce Hiroshima in June. 13 goals in 52 appearances for Kashiwa Reysol. Kosuke Kinoshita. Here's Ryojaman. Set up for the shot, and Kojima getting across. Just the slightest of openings there for Ryojaman, and with very little backlift got the shot away. Camera just laying the ball off. Kojima, I think, had it covered, had it been on target. Just tried to bend that round, Koga. Fans of all generations here at the Japan National Stadium in Tokyo. Kawabe. Such a wonderful occasion when your team makes it to a major cup final, of course. Sasaki. Kashiwa Reysol. Wonderful year it's been for them. Challenging again after a decade or so in the doldrums, really. Kagawa. Sasaki steps across again. Higashi covering though. Hands it back to Osako. It's been lively at the start, Ryojaman. On from Nakano to Jaman again. The ball back to him wasn't the best though, and the right wing back very little chance. Had that half chance, didn't he? The header, which he couldn't get any real power on. Kikita again. Being watched very closely by Hayata Araki every time he gets the ball. Here's Yamanuchi. Make his way into the penalty area. Higashi clears it away. Kinoshita. Not too much service so far. Nakagawa for Kashiwa Reysol. Yamatsu. Koga from the left wing back. Hiroshima not overly pressing when Kashiwa Reysol have the ball around the back, and there's why they pick a space in the midfield. Toshima, Yamanuchi. That was a poor ball back from Yamanuchi. Just 22, Yamanuchi. It's his first season in the first team of Kashiwa Reysol. Featured too much in the league, just 3 league appearances. He broke into the the team, though, in October. Big occasion for J.LEAGUE early into his senior professional career to be featuring in a major cup final. Trusted with a start as well from Ricardo Rodriguez. There's not many not wearing yellow in that part of the stadium. Desperate to get above their rivals. Kashiwa Antlers, the only team above them in the J1 table. 3 games to do that. Toru Aniki, the former coach of Kawasaki Frontale, has revitalised Kashiwa Antlers this season. Could Ricardo Rodriguez take Kashiwa Reysol to a League Cup and J1 title double? Long throw in again, the header on, and it's in! Hayato Araki, and it's Sanfrecce Hiroshima who score first in the YBC Levain Cup final. Well, Kashiwa Reysol will be mightily frustrated. They know what a threat Shuto Nakano's long throws can be. Straight onto the head of Hayato Araki, and the centre-back rose highest to break through in the final. And it's Kashiwa Reysol 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1. And delight for Mikhail Skiba, and certainly his set-piece team. Yeah, and you can see the reaction of Ricardo Rodriguez. They will have worked on that as well. They know what a threat it is, Nakano's throw. It's delight for those in purple. 3 goals in the league this season from Hayato Araki. That is only his 2nd ever League Cup goal in what is his 28th appearance in the competition. Jumped higher than Kakita, the centre-forward who was marking him. And there is a check, maybe for that challenge. No, but it does count. The VAR just taking a look at whether or not Araki had stolen a ride on Kakita's shoulders. It's not been overturned, the goal stands, it is Kashiwa Reysol 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1. The League Cup final has its first goal from Hayato Araki. Here's Harada. It's his first goal since the end of September in a 1-1 draw with China's Shanghai Port in the AFC Champions League Elite. First domestic goal since May in the 2-1 loss at home to Kawasaki Frontale. Scored in successive games in May, also scored in the loss to FC Tokyo. Kashiwa Reysol looking to respond. It's Sumura. Yamatsu. They felt that they were playing well up until that point, Kashiwa Reysol. Manucci. Now for the youngster, flips it to the far post, but too far ahead of Kakita and an easy claim for Osaka. Their first goal in 4 games, having failed to score in their previous 3. Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Sasaki, he's made a really nervy start to this final. Koizumi. Nakagawa. Kuyamatsu into Mitsumura. Shintani launches it forwards. Bounce getting the better of Kinoshita though. Mitsumura into Nakagawa. Koga. Kashiwa Reysol just trying to settle down into some possession again, steady the ship. The concession of that opening goal. So forward, Roja man back across to make the challenge. The League Cup final for 20 years now, 0-0 between Jeff United and Gamba Osaka, with Jeff United winning that on penalties. That was the second of successive 0-0s in this final. FC Tokyo and the Urawa Reds also had a goalless draw in 2004. It's a final in which the goals have flowed, particularly last season, the 3-3 between Nagoya Grampus and Albirex Niigata. Half an hour gone here. Kashiwa Reysol nil. Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1. Hayato Araki. Sanfrecce centre back heading in. Shuto Nakano's long throw. Here's Roja man. Nakano. Kinoshita. Nakano goes ahead of him. Roja man in support as well. Swings the cross in. Harada's header away. Koizumi. Who are in support. Flings it out instead to Yamanuchi. It's Harada. Koga. Down by the lively Roja man. Clears it away under pressure from Kakita. It's a throw for Kashiwa Reysol. Ricardo Rodriguez will be generally pleased with the performance of Kashiwa Reysol. They've lacked a bit in and around the penalty area in terms of creativity, but they've certainly had more of the ball. Just fell asleep on that set piece, which could prove so costly in terms of the momentum of this final. Yamatsu. Nakagawa. Koizumi. In first time into the penalty area and gathered by Osako. Matsu back to Koga. To Harada. What happens now at the end of this season? Ricardo Rodriguez has done a wonderful job since taking over from Masami Ihara in December. Former coach of Urawa Reds and Tokushima Vortis. He is in Thailand, where he managed 3 different clubs. He in China as well, coach of Wuhan 3 Towns. And the Urawa Reds to the Emperor's Cup in 2021 and Tokushima Vortis to the J2 title in 2020 has never won this competition, Ricardo Rodriguez. Skipper looking to win it for the second time. He's been in charge when Sanfrecce won it 3 years ago. Kato, by the way, scored the opening goal in that 2-0 win against Osaka, is on the bench. Sanfrecce for this final. Yamanuchi, dangerous ball into a dangerous area and well covered by Tsukasa Shotani. It's going to be a free kick for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Just 10 minutes to half-time. It's that section of the National Stadium that's happier, thanks to Hayato Araki's goal. It's Kakita. Certainly won't panic Kashiwa Reysol, especially given what happened in the semi-final. 4-1 down on aggregate, remember, against Kawasaki Frontale before turning it around and winning 5-4. It's a free kick. It's Harada. Koga. Back though by Kawabe. Here's Roshaman. Tanaka. It's Kinoshita. It's going to be a free kick. Sota Nakamura. This is an opportunity for Sanfrecce Hiroshima here. The ball well, Nakamura. Taking place as to what's going to happen with this free kick. It's a fair way out, it would take some strike. Kojima needs to get his wall right here. Too far away either. Sasaki. Making a bit of a nuisance of themselves in front of the Kashiwa Reysol wall. To take it, it's a terrific effort, and what a goal! 2-0 for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. A fabulous strike. Ryosuke Kojima beaten. Shunki Higashi with a quite fantastic free kick. And 2 set pieces have done for Kashiwa Reysol in this first half. He couldn't have hit that any better. Shunki Higashi. Well, Kojima just, maybe he was 1 step further to the left, may well have got there. But it is a beauty from Higashi. Kashiwa Reysol 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 2. And well Well, he might celebrate Mikhail Skiba. Kashiwa Reysol produced a mighty comeback in the semi-final, and now they're going to have to do it in the final. 6.5 minutes to half-time. Kashiwa Reysol 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 2. Fabulous free kick. His first goal in this competition this season, and talk about picking your moment. There was some debate over who would take that. 3 or 4 players stood around the ball. In the end, there was no discussion to be had, was there? What a hit. First goal of the season to go with the 3 scored in J1. His first goal since July in a 2-0 win at Albirex Niigata. They've been struggling to create chances, struggling to score goals in open play of late, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Both goals have come from very different set pieces. Nakano's long throw headed in by Araki, and then a wondrous free kick from Shunki Higashi. Sanfrecce Hiroshima firmly in control of this final. Hiroshima himself in a bit of a tangle there under pressure from Kinoshita. Kagawa. Can they respond? Kashiwa Reysol. Give it away. Shotani wins it back for Sanfrecce Hiroshima from Koyamatsu. Koga's header. Mitsumura. Kakita. Yamanuchi. Now Harada. Some panic, yeah, Kashiwa Reysol, a long way to go in this final. Well, they'd love to grab one back before half-time. Sumura. Ball into the penalty area. There was 2 to aim for in there. Nice piece of play from Yusuke Sagawa. Koyamatsu to keep it in. It's a throw for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. I won't be that worried now about his team having more of the ball. 2-goal lead to defend. Panic in the ranks of Kashiwa Reysol every time Sanfrecce Hiroshima get a set piece, or indeed even a throw-in. Such a weapon, that throw of Shuto Nakano. Just the distance he gets, but the trajectory as well. Will be desperate to decide. It's a clean sheet until half-time. Koga. Koizumi. Kita. To return it to Koizumi. Here's Ryo Jamal. Now Tanaka. Higashi. Manucci. Here's Koga. They could lift this trophy, Kashiwa Reysol. It's such a boost going into their final 3 games. Nagoya Grampus, Albirex Niigata and Machida Zalvia, their final matches of the season. 2 home games to try and get themselves above Kashiwa Reysol and become the champions. Eases the pressure somewhat if you go into that run-in with a trophy already in the bank. Big work to do here, 2-0 down. Harada. It's just once in the last 13, Kashiwa Reysol, so don't write them off yet. It's forward here, here's Kakita. Araki coming out of the centre to stay with the centre forward. They're never too far apart, those two. Koizumi. Harada. Sasaki with the foot in. It's Kinoshita on the camera. Kawabe across to Shotani. Sasaki, Higashi. Two players who don't score a great deal, scoring the goals for Sanfrecce Hiroshima in this first half. Centre-back Araki, the left wing-back Higashi. Hasn't had too much of a look in up front. 3 minutes to be added on. The end of what's turned into a dream first half for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Kano's header down. Harada clears it away. Shotani. Kawabe. It's a foul by Shotani. Referee went for his pocket there. I'm not sure if he showed Shotani a yellow card or not for that challenge. And it's Harada. Indeed he did. It is the first yellow card of the final. There's Shotani, first into the book for either team. Here's Nakano. Kinoshita points where he wants it. Nakano delivers, and it's a throw now off Koga, and another opportunity for Shuto Nakano to deliver another missile. Pressure on you defensively, doesn't it, when you know that putting the ball out for a throw can cause you a problem. Nakano again. To the 6-yard box, the header back across, and Ryojaman fires it in, and it is 3-0 for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Another set piece again. Another Shuto Nakano throw, and Ryojaman couldn't miss. And in first half stoppage time, it is Kashiwa Reysol 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 3. Quite extraordinary. Sasaki with the header down. Well, they've won the first header on both of those Nakano throws, but what a header from Sasaki. Did so well, looked as though it was going out of play, and he just managed to flick the header back across goal. And Ryojaman fires the ball into the roof of the net. What an extraordinary first half of clinical finishing from Sanfrecce Hiroshima, all from set pieces. Kashiwa Reysol 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 3. And now Kashiwa Reysol will need a miracle comeback of the proportions of the semi-final against Kawasaki Frontale. Harada. Well, they would have been wary of giving away throw-ins, knowing that Nakano has the ability to hurl them in before kick-off. Now they will be terrified of giving throw-ins away. Harada. Here's Koga. It's going to take quite some second half, isn't it, from Kashiwa Reysol. You never know. Here's Koga. Third League Cup goal this season for Reysol. Reysol desperately trying to get some sort of foothold in the game. Shotani clears it away. Well, his last two goals have been in this competition, one in the quarter-final, one in the semi-final second leg. He is on target again, Reysol, with the third of three set-piece goals for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Araki's header from Nakano's throw, Higashi with a wonderful free kick, and then Reysol again from another Nakano throw that was headed on by Sho Sasaki and fired into the roof of the net by Reysol. Half-time then in the YBC Levain Cup final. It is Kashiwa Reysol 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 3. Well, welcome back to the Japan National Stadium. The second half of the 2025 J.League YBC LEVAIN Cup final about to get underway. And Sanfrecce Hiroshima certainly have put themselves in a fine position, leading by 3-0 from that astonishing first half, in which Araki, Higashi and Ryojaman all scored from set pieces. Two of them coming as a result of Shuto Nakano's long throws, the first onto the head of Hayato Araki. Higashi firing home a direct free kick, and then Ryojaman scoring after Sho Sasaki's flick on from Nakano's throw. So having produced a miraculous recovery in the semi-final, Kashiwa Reysol will have to do so again in the final. Triple change at half-time from Rodriguez. I'm surprised to see that, really. You simply have to go for it in the second half. Kashiwa Reysol. Sagawa, Kakita and Toshima being replaced. Two of the three forwards. Certainly been brave with his substitutions, but I suppose in many ways forced into it. Hiroshima will prepare for the wave of pressure that's bound to come from Kashiwa Reysol, but at the same time it will potentially leave them openings as Kashiwa Reysol gamble to get themselves back into this. Not surprised to see Mao Hoizeya, one of those who's come on for the second half. He was very much one of the architects of the semi-final comeback, scoring 2 goals in that second leg. I'm sure that Kashiwa Reysol progressed to this final at the expense of Saki Frontale. It's a foul by Ryojaman on Nakama. And free kick for Kashiwa Reysol. Taken short by Nakama to Hoizeya. And the first shot at goal from Nakama, the substitute. Dragged it wide of the post, but a promising start to the second half from Kashiwa Reysol, who will have to play a perfect 45 minutes of football if they are to force this into extra time or better. First time in 12 games that Sanfrecce Hiroshima have scored 3 goals in a match. The last time was the second leg of the quarter-final when they beat Shonan Bellmare 4-1. Dried up in recent times, particularly in the league matches. Proved so costly in their failure to push for a first title since 2015. It's a chance. They shot from distance though, straight at Kojima. It's up for chance for Tsukasa Shotani. Shell shocked in the first half. Ryosuke Kojima beaten 3 times. A side though that can ship goals, Kashiwa Reysol, but they're pretty effective at the other end. They need to be now in the second half. Hiroshima on course for a second LEVAIN Cup win in the space of 3 years. Energy. Sumura. Much on that for Ryojaman. Sumura. That third goal for Sanfrecce Hiroshima felt like a real killer, didn't it, in first half stoppage time, but has done is focus Kashiwa Reysol. They know absolutely what they have to do now. They go all out at 3-0. At 2-0, they may have been tempted to carry on as they were, try and inch a goal back. Here's Koizumi. Hiroshima will be desperate not to concede an early goal at the start of this second half. Koyamatsu curls it for the far post and wasn't too far away. Took his time, tried to pick his spot, but just didn't get enough bend on it, just set it out too far. Man's header. 66% possession, and yet they find themselves 3 goals down. Because the 3 goals had nothing to do with possession. 3 set pieces from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Sasaki. Plays it out wide. Getting bodies into the box as they have to now. Kashiwa Reysol, they have to take chances. They have to gamble. It's as though the semi-final second leg against Kawasaki Frontale was a dress rehearsal for the final. As they chase 3 goals again. Koyamatsu. Konishi. Appearance in the competition this season for Yudai Konishi. Facing Tashiro Toshima in the midfield for the second half. It's his first appearance since the 22nd of August, Konishi, when he scored in a 4-2 win against the Urawa Reds. Sumura. Sanfrecce Hiroshima in possession with Kinoshita. Top for Ozoya to chase. Manucci. Ozoya again. Kagawa shifts it on one more. The ball driven across the 6-yard box, but well claimed by Keisuke Osako. Going to have some defending to do now. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, they know that. It's a sizable lead to defend. Against a very aggressive Kashiwa Reysol on the front foot. Relieves some of the pressure. Shuto Nakano. Throw. Sasaki again forwards. Higashi in there as well. Surely they couldn't get a hat-trick of goals, could they, from Shuto Nakano throws? Kashiwa Reysol defend nervously, they know what's coming. Height from Nakano, the header down, almost fell for Sasaki. And this time Kashiwa Reysol do get it away. It's a foul by Ryojaman. The referee playing the advantage though for the challenge on Nakagawa. Yamatsu makes his way into the centre, touched it off, and Shotani clears it away. Good counter from Kashiwa Reysol. Lovely start to the second half from Tomoya Koyamatsu. VAR check for something in there. Referee waving the game on. It's Sumaru. Ryojaman. Sumaru with the foot in again. From Koizumi. Out by Higashi. It's easy to see the pattern of the game that we're going to witness in the second half. Kashiwa Reysol on the front foot, Sanfrecce Hiroshima trying to soak it up and then for opportunities on the counter, or of course from set pieces, which has been so effective for them in this final so far. Harada's header away. Kinoshita. He's looking for the free kick there, and the referee was right on hand to suggest otherwise. Sumura. Kojima to Koga. Koizumi. Indeed, the creative talent that is Yoshio Koizumi. Just to get on the ball and try and create something for Kashiwa Reysol, which has been surprisingly lacking so far. Koga. Hosoya. Hosoya again. All the way through there. Yamanuchi couldn't pick up the loose ball, and then Higashi clears it forwards. Much on it though for Kinoshita. Here's Mitsumura. At 3, they'll be comfortable, Sanfrecce Hiroshima, but even a goal back for Kashiwa Reysol, you never know, could change the flow of the final. Mitsumura. A little bit of doubt creeps in when a goal's conceded. Not there for the shot, but it was left away by Araki. Another goal for Sanfrecce Hiroshima surely finishes it. Kinoshita, he's done well. Up on the loose ball, just holds it up and waiting for the support, which arrives now from Nakano, who gets the cross in. It's just too high though for Ryojaman. Swung in again. Away by Mitsumura. Hiroshima throw. Shuto Nakano. He's a great deliverer of the ball with his feet as well. That one just a bit too high for Ryojaman. Goes again from Nakano. That's left out with his throws so far. Here's Kawabe. A bit of a blind alley. It's going to be a goal kick. Minutes into the second half already. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, a 3-goal advantage. The first half. Nakama. Yamatsu in space outside him. There is the left wing back again. Into the centre for Nakagawa. Nakama. Ozoya with the touch out. Nakama again. Koizumi. Hiroshima with everybody back behind the ball when Kashiwa Reysol have it. A little flick through and well covered though by Nakano. As Koyamatsu tried to make the break into the box. Just a touch heavy. The ball through from Hayato Nakama. Anybody's surprised to see them dominating possession, particularly in the opening 15 minutes of the second half, given their situation. Ricardo Rodriguez laying his cards on the table immediately at the start of the second half with that triple half-time change. So yeah, a centre forward who's generally used from the bench. He's 33 times in the league this season, only 11 starts. 8 goals though. 3 in his last 3 games, including the 2 in the semi-final second leg. Higashi with the cross in. Not too much on that though. Nakano has done well to win a throw, which is effectively a corner for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Nakano to deliver again. Right into the edge of the 6-yard box. This time the is behind from Kinoshita. 3 goals in a 20-minute first half spell. Naruki, Higashi, Ryojaman putting Sanfrecce Hiroshima firmly in control. Kashiwa Reysol will believe they can pull this back around. They have to. Nakagawa. It's remarkable the way they turned around the semi-final to do it in 2 matches in succession in the same competition. It's unheard of. They do have the firepower to do it when they get going, Kashiwa Reysol. It's a free kick. By Tanaka. Tomoshi with the ball back to Koizumi. By Nakama. 5 yellow shirts in the penalty area. The ball wasn't delivered though. They plays it out again to Yamanouchi. Nakama. Hiroshima just winning the ball, clearing their lines when they have to, but it's coming back at them in double quick time from Kashiwa Reysol. Konishi. Koga. Harada. Challenge from Kinoshita. Feet on scratch second half, the way that Sanfrecce Hiroshima understandably have set up. By Kojima, and he's out of his goal. Got back to cover well. And then Koga removes the pressure with a touch back to his goalkeeper. Reysol preparing another change. It away. Surprisingly, it's Diego who's come on. Yamamatsu. He would be the player to make way unless Manucci is replaced. Diego can play on either flank. Yamamatsu has played well at the start of the second half. That's why it would be something of a surprise if he did come off in a straight swap for Diego. Diego. It looks as though it is Yamanuchi who's been replaced. Diego always offers a threat going forwards. Doesn't seem to be wholeheartedly trusted though by Ricardo Rodriguez. Comes off the bench or then is replaced when he does start games. He's started just 9 league matches this season. 22 times he's come off the bench. He scored twice in the 5-0 win against Gamba Osaka recently. So Diego is on the left-hand side. So trying to pick their way through here. There's a deflection on that, gathered by Osaka. Ideally, they would have liked to have got on the score sheet by now. Kashiwa Reysol. Score the 3 goals they needed against Kawasaki Frontale in the final 17 minutes of the second leg of that semi-final. Kakita had got one back early in the first half. So they were 4-2 down on aggregate with just 17 minutes to go. Ended up winning 5-4. Here we be heading for extra time, but Sanfrecce Hiroshima have looked relatively comfortable so far. Here's Ryojaman. Switching the play out to Higashi. Too much on that though for Nakamura. Chance to deliver again though. Feeds it back across the edge of the penalty area and driven in by Kawabe. Hiroshima had it covered. Again, Higashi keeps it well enough. Kawabe, low and hard, but too close to the goalkeeper. The connection, and that would have been game over. Ozoya. Koizumi trying to feed it through to him. It's Koizumi again. Kagawa. Yamatsu plays it through. It's a good ball. It's a good challenge from Sasaki. Yamatsu has moved into a more central midfield position now with the introduction of Diego. Trying to slide that ball through. I think it would have been onside. First touch as well from Nakama. Well defended by Sho Sasaki. Early start to the game from the Sanfrecce Hiroshima captain, but settled into the game now as all his teammates have, and why wouldn't they with a 3-goal advantage? Are on course for an 8th unbeaten game in head-to-head matches with Kashiwa Reysol. Two teams are exactly level in 44 previous meetings. It's 15 wins each. 2,466, the official attendance for the final. Beautiful split there, as you can see, between the yellow and the purple. It's a free kick to Kashiwa Reysol. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, which is a strong thing to say when they're 3-0 up. As though Kashiwa Reysol's waits for the trophy to continue, but who knows, it could end the season yet with the ultimate one, the J1 title. A point between themselves and their rivals Kashima Antlers. Chase to be Japanese champions this season. It's Konoshi. Let's bear in mind where they've come from as well. They finished just one place above the relegation zone last season. Kashiwa Reysol. Just 9 games all season in the league. Here's Diego. Put away by Sasaki. Sanfrecce have been the nearly men in the last couple of seasons since they won this trophy in 2022. Could be about to end though. Here's Diego. Offside, had to be. Free kick for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Camera the player down. Yards offside. I think he knew it as well. Something go there. Want to lose Sota Nakamura. His final could be over. It's always a worry when you see a player pull up like that with nobody around him and no significant challenge. Yotaro Nakajima, 19-year-old, he's about to come on. Towards the final quarter of an hour. Looks as though the final is over for Nakamura. The opening goal from Hayato Araki, the free kick from Higashi. And Sasaki's little flick on for Ryojaman to rifle the ball into the roof of the net for 3-0. 45 minutes never to forget. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, but for Sota Nakamura, the final is over. He's going to be replaced by the 19-year-old Yotaro Nakajima. Fourth appearance in this competition this season for Nakajima. Came through the youth ranks at Sanfrecce Hiroshima. He's featured 16 times in the league this season. It is his first appearance since scoring in the 2-0 win against Yokohama FC in the first leg of the semi-final on the 8th of October. Sumura, just too much on that for Hayato Nakama. Here's Koga. 15 minutes to find 3 goals for Kashiwa Reysol to force extra time. They really look like getting themselves back into this. They've had a lot of the ball, but Sanfrecce Hiroshima have been well organised. Kashiwa Reysol have hardly been peppering their goal. By Koga. Sasaki with the foot in. Won't allow his mind to wander just yet. Lifting this trophy, but it's getting close. Opportunity here maybe for Kashiwa Reysol. Oh, Diego's been clattered into, but the free kick has gone the other way. Called that right, the referee. Well, they could be about to win this with the minimal of fuss. It wasn't the case in 2022. They're now current player, as I was saying, Mitsuki Kato, Cerezo Osaka ahead in that final. 8 minutes into the second half, a lead they held until deep into stoppage time. Pieros Sotiriou became the Hiroshima hero, scoring twice in stoppage time, a penalty on 96 and a second goal in the 101st minute of stoppage time. Such drama required here though, at the moment. It's to a 3-goal half-time lead for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Side put him through the mill so often fall short in competitions. Finished trophyless in both the campaigns since 2022. Run set to come to an end here, and they will go into that semi-final in a couple of weeks' time against the holders Vissel Kobe in the Emperor's Cup. Safe in the knowledge there is a trophy in the bag. Some achievement if they could complete the domestic cup double. Together by Osako. Shatani sends it forwards. Rojaman won the initial header. Corner across, clears it away. Here's Rojaman. Battling away. Opportunity here maybe. It's clipped across by Tanaka, and then the shot fired in. Therein lies the danger for Kashiwa Reysol now. Up by Tanaka. Has made his way into the penalty area. The ball though to Koyamatsu was behind him. Higashi. Just need to keep the ball Sanfrecce Hiroshima. It's Sumura. It's given away. They just haven't done enough in this second half. Kashiwa Reysol to even attempt to get themselves back into this final. Final that it looks as though will be decided in the opening 45 minutes. Nakagawa. Second half performance from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Here's a chance though. Hosea gets one back. 9.5 minutes to go, and Kashiwa Reysol are on the board. Now Hosea, the substitute who came on at half-time, suddenly getting free. And the player who scored 2 goals in that remarkable semi-final comeback against Kawasaki Frontale. Perhaps the first goal of the final for Kashiwa Reysol. And who knows, could this be the start of something even more remarkable? It will just make the ending a little more nervy for Sanfrecce Hiroshima. His 3rd goal of this competition for Hosea. He scored in the league this season. It's 4 goals in his last 4 games now for Hosea. And it's Kashiwa Reysol 1, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 3. 2 more required though in the time that remains. And Sanfrecce Hiroshima made a raft of changes now. Skipper just freshening things up. Germain, the Frenchman, on for his namesake, Germain. Kato, who scored against Sanfrecce Hiroshima for Cerezo Osaka in the 2022 final. He's now on the end of this final. Plays by Naoto Arai. Swung in. It's well off target. Sumura. It's a goal that's given Kashiwa Reysol supporters some hope. Hosea chasing that one, cleared away by Osako. Will it be mere consolation, or will it be the first building block of a comeback? Diego. Out by Shotani. Things for certain is that Sanfrecce Hiroshima know they can't afford to concede another one, as it will be all hands on deck. Diego. Sumura. Playing the ball into the box. Sasaki with the header away. They're getting deeper and deeper here, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. careful. Hosoya just off target. That was half a chance. And suddenly Kashiwa Reysol are creating chances. Well, they needed this earlier in the half, really. He'd have been onside, Hosoya. Difficult one to try and finish off, but he made a pretty good fist of it. Wasn't too far off target. What's a talent, the 24-year-old who first broke into the team in 2019. Arakawa is on for Nakagawa for Kashiwa Reysol. Throw of the dice from Ricardo Rodriguez. Just throwing everything they have now at Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Here's Diego. Koyamatsu. Switched across to Koizumi. She plays it in. Hosoya tries to help it on one more. Valerie Shaman trying to clear it away, but it's picked up by Mitsumura. Here's Diego. Obviously into the box. Koyamatsu helps it on one more. Nakama couldn't control, and that will be a Sanfrecce Hiroshima throw on the far side, and nobody in any real hurry to take this one. Difference where he comes off the bench. Now Hosoya. So he has done again here. How significant it will be. The next 4.5 minutes plus stoppages will tell. Diego got there ahead of Nakano. The ball into the box again, but cleared away. There's Valerie Shaman. Nakano. Sweeping ball across to the far side to Arai. There to bring on Arai, such a threat as well, getting forwards. In the corner there, but it's cleared away by Kashiwa Reysol. Sasaki's header. Here's Mr. Sanfrecce Hiroshima, isn't he, Chef Sasaki? It's why he's the captain. Decade at the club. 2022 Levain Cup win. The only trophy to show for his time here, despite challenging on numerous fronts every season, certainly since Mikhail Skib has come in. Hosoya. Diego. Minutes away though from lifting his second YBC Levain Cup. Sasaki. Koga. It's a good ball. Couldn't find a way through. Picked it on by Nakama. Into the box again. Nakano clears it away. It's a throw for Kashiwa Reysol. Mitsumura. Koyamatsu. 5 in there in yellow. Arakawa. Swings the cross in. Too much on it though. I think he was going for goal. The wrong decision. The club in January, Hirakawa has made 15 league appearances. Down by Harada. A minute of the regulation 90. He gets a foot in. Eyes on the fourth official for the stoppage time. Here's Arakawa. Mitsumura. Arakawa again. Diego. Hiroshima with so many bodies back, getting blocks in. Arai that time. Check of the watch from Ricardo Rodriguez. Konishi. Mitsumura. Now Diego. Oh, too much on that for Ricky Arakawa. Minutes to be added on. That is all that Kashiwa Reysol have to find another couple of goals. Jaman. To Sasaki, who feeds it out to Arai. Get the return ball back though, and Reysol need to get it forwards. Mitsumura. Yamatsu helping it on one more. Again by Nakama. To get it forwards. 4 minutes to go. 3-1 down. Mitsumura. The pressure from Nakano. Koga. Flick towards Diego. Valerie Jaman tried to get a foot in. Koyamatsu buzzing around in there. His Hosoya. To go in the box. Konishi. Mitsumura. Flick from Diego. Sasaki got a toe to it though. Now Arai will clear it away. It's a free kick. Foul by Koga. Tough watch for anyone involved with Kashiwa Reysol. To be the title or nothing, it seems, for Kashiwa Reysol this season, but I can imagine the campaign they'd have after last season when they struggled. Even if they do ultimately fall short and end the season without a trophy to show for it. It's Valerie Jaman, touched into the penalty area towards Tanaka, who just holds it up, plays it back, and then the shot straight at Kojima. For Arai. Arakawa. Koyamatsu beaten to that. It's the best ball out to Nakano. It's a throw, which Mitsumura will take. Koyamatsu. Again towards Hosoya, who's just got there ahead of the goalkeeper. Sako back pedals. And Koizumi was on his heels as Nakajima came back to clear. Sanfrecce Hiroshima are 90 seconds away. A disappointment today, but the way they're going, Kashiwa Reysol, you feel there will be better days ahead for them in the next couple of years. They keep hold of Ricardo Rodriguez, the Spanish coach. He's done such a good job with them this season. Well, they'd never won this competition prior to 2022, when Mikhail Skiba saw them complete the set of domestic honours. To win it for a second time. Satoshi Tanaka. He's coming off. And Tolga Arslan coming on to replace him. Such a good player to have to bring off the bench, Tolga Arslan. Under 21 international for both Turkey and Germany. He's 35 now. The season with Sanfrecce coming via Melbourne City. He was at Udinese in Italy, Fenerbahce and Besiktas in Turkey, Hamburg in Germany before that. Here's Valery Germain. After 5 minutes now. Time for maybe another one for Kashiwa Reysol, but time for two more. Osako clears. There's Koga. Koga towards Diego. Ozoya pick up the loose ball. Shotani clears it away. Sanfrecce Hiroshima are trophy winners again. First major trophy for 3 years since winning this competition for the first time in 2022. Their fine run against Kashiwa Reysol continues. The damage done in the first half, Araki, Higashi and Ryo all scoring from set-piece situations, 2 coming as a result of Shuto Nakano's long throws. Mao Hoseya gave some hope to Kashiwa Reysol with a goal back 9 minutes from the end. But it was a professional, solid second-half performance from Mikhail Skiba's side that have seen the final finish here. Kashiwa Reysol 1, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 3. Well, the Hiroshima fans celebrate, and there may be more glory to come yet. They have an Emperor's Cup semi-final against Vissel Kobe to look forward to. But for Kashiwa Reysol now, it needs to be the title or nothing. They are 1 point behind Kashima Antlers with 3 games to go in the season. But it is disappointment here, and their 12-year wait for a major trophy continues. After 2 seasons of near misses in all of the major competitions, Sanfrecce Hiroshima have lifted silverware again, and once again it is in the YBC LEVAIN Cup. It was the opening 45 that did for Kashiwa Reysol. We pretty much knew coming out for the second half that their chances were gone, but they battled, they tried, but Sanfrecce Hiroshima too well organised. We'll be hoping to get a bit of post-match reaction for you very shortly.
それでは3年ぶり2度目のルヴァンカップ頂点に立ちましたサンフレッチェ広島佐々木翔キャプテンです。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
3年ぶりこの2度目の頂点です。今のお気持ち聞かせてください。
いやもう最高です。率直に嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。
今シーズンの持ち味、堅い守備が今日も光りました。その点はどのように振り返りますか。
1失点しましたけども、チームとして前半から素晴らしい戦い見せたと思いますし、僕らの強みであるセットプレーで点取れた、もう素晴らしいです。
佐々木選手自身は前半の3点目素晴らしいヘディングでのアシストありました。あの点はいかがですか。
本当チームとしての狙い、ここまで、ね、年間通してやってきたものだと思いますので、はい、形になってよかったです。
それではキャプテンとして最後まで応援してくれたサポーターに優勝報告お願いします。
5つ目の星ありがと
う。続いて東選手です。ルヴァンカップの頂点に立ちました。今のお気持ち聞かせてください。
いやもう嬉しいよ一言です。
3年前の決勝は出場が叶いませんでした。しかし今日はご自身のゴールも生まれてのこのタイトルです。その点はどのように感じますか。
3年前は上から見ててもちろん感動はしたんですけど、もうプレイヤーとしてピッチへ立ったらどんぐらい感動するかっていう、すごい今日の試合楽しみで、ゴールも決めれてもう特別な一日になりました。
感動は人一倍違いますか？
そうですね、もうあんなフリーキックなかなか決めれないですけど、ここで出せたというのは本当みんなの思いが僕の左足に詰まった、瞬間でした。
まさにそのフリーキック、サポーターの思いも詰まったと思います。その点についてサポーターに一言お願いします。
いや、こんな大人数国立に集まってくれて、朝早くから本当に皆さん優勝を待ち望んでたと思うんで、最高の一日になったと思います。皆さん、
素晴らしいゴールでした。おめでとうございます。続いてジャーミンリョウ選手です。ついに掴んだ自身初めてのタイトルです。今お気持ち聞かせてください。
いや、もう今日本当に何をしてでも勝ちたいって思いがあったので、本当に良かったです。
タイトルを取るためにこの広島にやってきました。その点、そしてこのルヴァンカップで取りました。どのように感じますか？
自分がタイトル取りたいって思いで移籍してきましたけど、このチームでプレーするにつれてやっぱ翔君とか塩君に、タイトルを取ってもらいたいという気持ちが強くなって、そういう意味では今日少し貢献できたんで、本当に良かったです。
前半欲しかったところでのダメ押しとなる追加点、シーン振り返っていただけますか？
そうですね、ロングスローでめちゃくちゃチャンスができたんで、本当に狙ってましたし、良かったです。
改めてこの新たにやってきた広島というチーム、ジャーミン選手にとってどんなチームですか？
いや、もう本当にサポーターもクラブも街も本当に全てがまとまって一つになって、本当にチームワークの高いチームだと思うんで、本当に今日は本当に良かったです。
おめでとうございます。
まず審判団へ記念メダルの授与を行います。審判団の皆様は公益大学の日本サッカー協会会長宮本剛記念のメダルが贈られます。準優勝チームの表彰です。準優勝は柏レイソルです。J.LEAGUE YBC LEVAIN 勝チームの表彰です。2025 J リーグ YBC レバンカップ優勝はサンフレッチェ広島です。優勝賞金1億5000万円がチャンされます。
荒木隼人選手おめでとうございます。お気持ちを聞かせてください。まず第一声。やばいだろ。どんだけやばいんですか。めっちゃやばいだろ。大会初ゴールがこの試合のファーストゴールでした。振り返ってください。
はい、本当に中野からいいロングスローが飛んできたんで、ちょんって触るだけでよかったです。はい、中野ありがと
う。いや、3年ぶり、そして2度目の栄冠、さらに深層の国立競技場、無敗ストーリーが続いています。
めちゃくちゃ相性いいですね、はい、個人的にも3戦連発なんで最高です。
どうやってお祝いするんですか？
もうやばい祝勝会しようかなと思ってます。
ただ熱い戦いは続きます。確か7度目のファイナルを目指す天皇杯の準決勝が控えています。意気込みを聞かせてください。
はい、ちょっと僕はね累積で出れないんで、みんなに思いを託してまた決勝に行きたいなと思っています。皆さんよろしくお願いします。
分かっていながら聞いてしまってごめんなさい。
やばいっすよそれは。
今一度でも一瞬ですね、細谷選手とすごいマッチアップして決められちゃいましたよね。
それは本当に、実力不足だなと思います。また頑張ります。
さらなる高みへ、サポーターの皆さんと一緒に連れてってください。お疲れ様でした。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
最後の